All right, rewriting logarithmic expressions, simplifying, or it's also called simplifying logarithmic expressions. I guess the sole purpose of these are to just get used to using the properties of logarithms. So when you find these in a textbook, I mean, I don't know, it's good to know the properties of logarithms, but it's kind of hard sometimes for some students. It's hard to be motivated to do math for the sake of math. But that's basically what we're doing here. So I have two examples. I have them both here, and we're going to use. So go back and look at properties of logarithms. So we're going to use the properties of logarithms to basically combine these into one logarithm, so that it's a simpler form of the same thing. So the first thing you can do, you kind of look at it, and you notice that the 2 out front here, so those become exponents. Sorry, my microphone went kind of wacky there for a second. And so in both cases, and so we'd have log base a of x squared plus log base a of x plus 4 to the 1/2 power. Okay, now, a little thing about rational exponents, anything to the 1, that 2 on the bottom means the square root. So I'm going to rewrite this thing. Instead of 1/2 power, I'm going to write it what it actually is, which is the square root of x plus 4. Okay, then the middle term here, or this addition, when you add two logarithms, you can multiply the stuff in here. So we can combine this then to one final logarithm like this. So log base a of x squared times the square root, not that you need that times sign, of x plus 4. And so there is your simplified version of that logarithm. So we're using, we use the third, for me it's the third property for logarithms, which is the exponential logarithms with an exponent that pops it out front. That's that one. And then the rule for addition. When you add two logarithms, you can combine them to one and multiply the two things you're logging. So next set here, next problem. So here I use the natural log. And a natural log is, remember, natural log is log base e. So instead of base a, we're going to have log base e, and we just call it natural log. So everything's the same. So notice we've got this 4 that becomes an exponent. Again, my microphone cut off on me, so I don't know what's going on. But we'll keep rolling here. Hopefully video is going to come out okay. So the 4 becomes an exponent, and the 3 becomes an exponent. So we've got this natural log of x plus 2 to the 4th minus the natural log of x minus 5 to the 3rd. Okay. Then this minus sign means when you have two logarithms and you subtract them, you can combine them to one logarithm and divide the two. So natural log of x plus 2 to the 4th divided by x minus 5 to the 3rd. Now, it's real tempting to put a natural log with both of these things, but the top and the bottom, but that's not it. It combines to one logarithm only. And so there it is, simplified. Now you could do distribution and do the x plus 2 or the binomial theorem and expand those if you wanted to, but let's save that for a different video. And so that is it. That is how you simplify a logarithmic expression. So hope this helps. See you next time. There's more that they'll maybe get a little more complicated. I should give you one more. Let's give you one more. I hate to do that. Stop it and start it here, but there is one more I like to see. So give me a second here to gather my thoughts. Never mind. Psych. We'll end it there. I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of others out there on the web. So best of luck. See you next time.